I want to take the time to thank council, the city manager, city attorney, and Councilor Shaw for handling yesterday's meeting. Appreciate everything. First one, roll call. Everybody's present. Appreciate your time. Order of business. You have before you a printed copy of the agenda. We've had it. Perfect time to look over it. Do I hear a motion that we accept it as printed?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you. Same thing with the minutes of our previous meeting, November the 19th work session, November 20th regular call meeting. Do I hear a motion? We accept it as printed.
Make a motion. Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilor Shaw, seconded by Councilor Goodyear. Any comments, discussion? Any comments or discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
City manager, I'm correct, there's no public hearing?
No, sir.
No visitor presentation?
Not that I'm aware of, no, sir.
Okay. No unfinished business?
No, sir.
At this time, I didn't know that I could talk at this time
Mayor?
from what I talked about last night.
The visitor presentation, Mr. Squeeze, I think she brought paperwork, she just wanted to share that with us.
Oh, very good. Yes, I mean, it's
Oh, yes, ma'am, go ahead.
council's discretion.
Anybody have an objection?
No, sir.
Right here, ma'am.
Go ahead. Good evening.
You?
I'm Eunice Moore, grassroots resident of McIntosh County. Thank you for affording me this time to present what I have to talk about. I talked about it last night. I think each one of you have the information before you. This is an African American Cultural Heritage Action Fund, and it's something that we can use in our community if we get together and get a committee so that this grant could be completed by January the 15th at 11:59 p.m. The grant is from $50,000 to $150,000, and the National Trust awarded 16 of these projects. And if we can complete this project, get it done, and it's for African Americans, it does not have to be for an individual. We have got an island that has a lot of history to it. We might even be able to get the grant might even help do research for what we could want in the future, but we need a committee with your support to get this done. Coastal area will help us get the grant written up. All we need is your support with the committee to do the grant. And this is not free, but it does not cost us nothing but time. I just want you to be aware of it. This was done last night in our meeting. I talked about it then. I did not have copies. And thank you, Priscilla, for seeing that everyone got a copy in their, so that they can be aware of what's going on. Are there any questions?
Yes, sir. I see that, as you said, there's no matching funds that have to be. So I'm always for something to help our community and don't cost us anything. So I do appreciate your time and your effort you're putting into this. And this is maybe something that you can get with Miss Stacy with DDA. She might be able to help you something a little bit.
Help us, because we need the support.
Yes,
Our
ma'am.
members to be on the committee for this to be done. And I know you appoint committees,
Yes,
so we need the support. And we need legal representative, which is our attorney here, which would help us. And Pratt, I think it is from Coastal Region, would be able to help us get this done. And 15 days might seem like it's a long ways away, but we need a committee to have our strategy in place so we can know what's going on.
Any more comments?
This year will be 160 years, I believe, of Beacon Times They said that there will be a celebration of it. I do not know what's in line or outlined for it, but we could try and do something for whatever is going on and help us for the future. Thank you.
Any more comments?
Yeah, I'll brief on that one. The National Preservation Leadership Forum, I'm a member of that organization, for myself and a nonprofit. I'm quite familiar with this one. I think the first year was 2018, kind of experimenting with it. So now hopefully others will get funded. The deadline is not January 15th. The deadline for application is May 1st, but it is critical that you get the letter of intent in. If you don't do the letter of intent, then that has to be sharp as a tack. And it sounds like you've got a good team. Most of you met Ms. Heather Hodge that was here. Let's see if we can even tap into the Federal Legal Commission. I know we can tap into that. And they helped with the county, I think, with the bike path or what it was, and that was a huge grant. And the city participated in that one. So I agree with you, Eunice. I'm trying not to volunteer too much these days, but this one sounds like
Yeah,
it could
because
be.
you all over the world and your connection could bring us information, so we don't want you to be void. We want you to do what you can do.
Yes, ma'am.
So that we
Because
got,
whatever information you have is very valuable to us, so don't think you don't want to volunteer. You are, as the mayor, some stuff you are automatically a part of.
Absolutely. As I was about to say, I don't volunteer a lot with this one. I certainly will. It's very competitive. This is nationwide, so let's be careful of that. But it sounds like we have a rich history. The Butler, the Weeping Time is coming up, which we will be the ones to do that. I'm sure I can get the author and come down. I'm positive in that. She can come down here. We can do what we want to do. And with the Kumbaya, which is all over the world now, we can tie all that together with this. And they are familiar with a lot of what you just said in national office. So I just want to be excited about it. Let's go for it. Let's get that letter of intent, and we've got to get that in by the January the 15th.
it sounds like you got a good volunteer right here to be on the committee to help you with that stuff.
And we might need more than one
Yes, ma'am.
phase. I call it the grant house. I know we cannot do anything without talking with Derek, and I have not spoken with him. It's just that my knowledge of what we have is rich history here in Darien and McIntosh County. And that's the one place I thought of. If it's something that he desired for us to assist him with. And I do know we have to approach him for that, but we need more than one project. So if we see what's going to be happening for a follow-up, we don't want to just stop with one. If we've got something going, we need to keep it going right now. And you all are the ones who have to be a part to support the grant, because we do not have 501c3
Okay.
to make anything happen.
So the letter of intent's already been done?
Nothing's been done. This information you have was just available to me the 10th of December, and it came from Coastal Region.
Just a few days away before the January.
That's why I'm standing here. That's why I'm standing here. I know it's just a few days away, and there was no way we could get this information out without having a meeting of this type to present it to you. You have the information now before you to read it, for us to set up a committee, you to set up a committee. A date for the committee to meet. We can do anything we want to do if we get together and do it. And it can happen if we want it to happen. But we have to get together and make it happen. And I would like for the attorney to be a part of this committee. I know you appoint committees, but I would like for him to be a part for the legal connection. You have the Historical Preservation Commission for the city. It would be good if you would have someone from that committee to be a part, because it's historical. And it would also help as we move along with the things.
Okay. we appreciate this, and like I said, we're here to help you, and
Help us.
help us, this family, help us all get it going now. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'll say real briefly, I was kind of looking this up while she was speaking about that. Appears to be a pretty competitive grant.
Yes, sir.
So I was wondering if we could, I don't know, maybe if this board could speak to Mayor Pro Tem Lotson, tie that into the recent recognition of our Kumbaya. Maybe we could tie that into the grant request somehow. I mean, we've gotten a lot of recognition and publicity on that. That may help us get that grant on the
Okay.
I think is that, when I was reading, it's a lot of apples.
That's what I'm reading.
Yeah, a lot of apples.
Yeah, so these types of things is directly, their funds come from Congress in Washington. The good news, we're tied in with the congressman that made it go viral. In further research, we were recently in the New York Times, but 1927, Darien was smoking New York Times magazine. All of this we need to put into the grant. We'll share that with Ms. Kathleen later. I mean, the more we research, the more we find
That's
out.
right.
Unbelievable.
What appears to be, that Mr. Braun and I can get together and we can do the letter of intent to apply, is the way I understand it. The
Right.
same thing would be for the mayor to appoint an ad hoc committee to work with this. So I think that's where it sits. I don't think there's any question as to whether or not we would want to go after the grant.
This may be worth considering a grant writing consultant too.
Yes.
Really, Mayor.
Well, coastal area might have someone
That's
that
right.
can
And
sit
they already have
with that. Right. We might not have to look for them. And we have Stacy, I can't remember what your last name. She's here with downtown development. We need our resources that are a part of what's already happening and add other people to help what's going on. And this is just my suggestion. I know you appoint people, but this is just my suggestion for support. Use what we have that's helping what's going on.
Okay.
I think the immediate timetable is January 15th. This is when it occurs to be, because we're in paperwork.
Yeah, you've got to do that. If you don't do that at this level, it doesn't matter how great an application you have, it's dead on the ride. They do not give excuses.
Okay, so we'll get together and get a committee up and do everything we need to do and get that rolling. Any more comments?
Should we have a committee before the letter of intent is written?
Yes, ma'am, we can go ahead and get a committee of, next week, couple of days or a week.
That's up to you, Mayor. That's your.
We'll do that, we'll go ahead as soon as possible and get that up.
Before Christmas.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, in line with the visitor comments, Mr. Burns, when would you like to discuss what we're doing for the agenda item that we have?
Whenever you would like me to.
Mr. Mayor, is it all right if he goes right now? He talks about.
I'll be very brief. I'm Al Burns. I'm with Coastal Regional Commission. It's always a pleasure to come before y'all. I don't get to do that enough, and this time to wish y'all a very Merry Christmas. I'm excited about that. Christmas is coming. She was saying before Christmas, Mayor, you know when Christmas is. It's quick, so be ready. As always, we are thrilled to death to be in McIntosh County. We think this was the best move we could have made for our agency. For those of you who haven't been out to our facility, please come visit with us. We've got a lot of good things going on here that are not going on anywhere else in the state. If you have not toured our Tools for Life lab, it is the only one in the state like it. We get people coming from all over the country to go to that. We're also doing cybersecurity training, a very high level of training out on site, and we're getting people coming from all over the country in here for that as well. So we are helping every way we can to keep Darien on the map. You don't have to put Darien on the map, you're already there. A couple of things, we're going to be bringing you some new aerial photographs that we ran this fall. They've just been finished, very high resolution, and we'll present that to you here in a couple of weeks. We're also flying right now LiDAR, which is basically building topo maps, and we did that about 10 years ago. We're doing it again. much better resolution this go round. So that's going on right now, up overhead. And as always, we're here to serve you. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about the planning services for downtown. And I wanted to introduce Eric Landon. Eric came on board a couple of months ago. He is our new planning director. We stole him from Camden County, and we're really glad to have him here. And I'm going to let him say a few words, and then we can answer any questions y'all may have.
Eric?
Hi, I'm Eric. As Alan said, I'm new to the job, but not new to the area. I've worked in this region for about 18 years and got my education from Georgia Southern, so I'm familiar with the coast. On your agenda tonight, we have a contract to partner with the Regional Commission to do a design for downtown Brunswick. The good news is...
Eric, you said Brunswick.
Downtown Darien. You got to get your first mistake out of the way. So the good news with the contract that you have with us is that Georgia Power and Jason Coley is providing a grant to allow us to do that work, and our office is going to work with providing matching funds with DCA. So it won't cost the city anything between the grant and the matching funds from the state. The things that we want to focus on is the redesign or the rebuild of the bridge, how that connects with your existing sidewalks, the existing and future greenway that's going to be on 99, how it all ties together with Highway 17, with the waterfront. So everything that's going on, we kind of want to have a design and plan put in place so when these changes start occurring, you're prepared and you're ready and you know what direction you want to go. So parking is another one. When you have festivals here, 4th of July, Blessing of the Fleet, we want to make sure that you have a plan in place to address parking so that it's not in people's front yards and you don't get those.
The only other issue is particular to Mr. Skeen was the lighting. So we're just looking at that thing again.
Lighting along Highway 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how the lights will come across the bridge, but, you know, once you get into the city, it is dark.
Okay.
And, you know, for several years now, we have looked at, we've even had downtown development, we've had Stacy look into it. And it's always, you know, we have the wires up underneath the concrete, but we have no way of knowing where the wires are. So it's whatever needs to be. We lit the bridge up, we can surely light up the city.
So we will focus on that. We also want to make sure to partner with the Downtown Development Authority and the Industrial Development Authority to make sure that we get community buy-in and get as many smart people that are interested in making the city a better place. And, if you have any ideas or thoughts or comments, we'll write down the rest, so feel free to share those with us.
I've got a comment on Mr. Burns, and that is that he's always been accommodating for everything that I asked the city to do. He's got an open door. Talk to him relatively frequently, but it's a huge asset that we have in the town that ordinarily wouldn't be here. So we're glad to have it.
Well, we're happy to be here, and thank y'all. We've been here almost 7 years now. It doesn't feel like that since we had the ribbon cutting out there, and Mayor, you were there for that, and that was a lot of fun, but it's been a great location for us, and having the chief there with us is always a good thing, so it's been a real pleasure to be here, so thank you.
We appreciate you keeping us updated with everything. When I was talking the other day, I said that I've cut my Fox News time in half, now I got your email, so I appreciate it. It's just thank you, sir. Any more?
All 30 of them.
Start at 5:30 in the morning.
Yep,
We appreciate it.
it's what time I get in over there.
Any more comments or questions?
I just wanted to add, what Councilor Skeen said, that has been a priority. We have a lot of major priorities we've been working on. And I hope the next 12 to 24 months that the lights downtown will move up to one of those top 6.
We've already had Georgia Power come out and do a survey on it.
Good, yeah, because we need that badly.
Any more comments, questions? Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, next item, new business. Consider resolution number 2018-4, calling for a referendum to allow citizens of the City of Darien, Georgia to vote on whether the City of Darien is authorized to permit and regulate Sunday sales of distilled spirits or alcohol beverages for beverage purposes by drink from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and authorizing sales providing for an effective date and for other purposes. Now, is this for served with meals only, or is
That's
it?
correct, Mayor. This is
Okay.
as a result of Senate Bill 17. Basically took the existing law, which started at 12:30 and allows you to begin at 11, but it has to be approved by the voters. The only thing we would be passing today is to agree to let the voters decide. And they call it, if you remember all in the news, it's called the brunch bill. That's what they call it. Governor Deal signed it into effect on May the 8th to allow localities to decide.
I'm a firm believer on something as big as this right here. I think the citizens should have
That's right.
a voice in it. I mean, they elect us to talk, speak for them on certain things, but something like this, we need to.
That's
So I would encourage us to approve this.
Mr. Brown, would you suggest a form of motion?
I would a motion to adopt this resolution, 2018-4. As you'll see, it establishes the election date of March 19th, 2018. That's one of the dates next year for a question to the voters. So that would be the date, and we've already made some preliminary discussions with Ms. Gale over the elections office, and she's expecting it to come her way. She's looking forward if it does, so it won't be a surprise to her. She'll get the election set up, and I know that East Blast is already scheduled on that day as well, so they can do that and us. Now, only our citizens would vote on this issue, not the entire county.
Do I hear a motion?
I make the motion.
A motion by Council Goodyear, do I hear a second?
Let me ask a question. You said, what did you say about the county?
The voters not
Mr.
inside.
Mayor, we got an order.
Okay, discussion, that would come with the discussion. Do I hear a second?
I second it, Mr. Mayor.
I have a second by Mayor Pro Tem Watson. Now discussions.
No, I was asking what the attorney said in regard to the county. That's all. I didn't get it. My question
Unincorporated.
at the time.
Voters in the unincorporated part of the county will not vote on this issue. They will vote on East Blast, obviously, but only City of Darien residents will vote on this resolution.
Thank you.
This would only affect us. Mr. Mayor.
I guess a couple questions. What do we have now? The reason I'm asking that on council, we always, when it hits the paper, they all come to us and ask
Correct.
questions, and we don't want to sound so ignorant that we don't know anything. So what do we have now?
Our
What
current,
does the county has, and is it changing a little bit? So just maybe,
yes, sir. Right now, our law allows us to sell at 12:30 on Sundays,
12:30.
in accordance with Georgia law.
got it.
That was the law in Georgia up until May the 8th, 2018.
Sunday.
After that, Governor Deal signed the bill that came, Senate Bill 17, signed that to allow the voters of localities to decide whether to drop that time to 11 a.m. instead of 12:30. So it's an hour and a half more.
Okay.
And I know some folks, I think Ms. Goodyear can attest to that, and I know she works there sometimes. A lot of folks come in and want a brunch,
They're coming off the interstate and they don't realize that they've hit Georgia and they can't have a drink. If they want a Bloody Mary, let's say Sunday at 11 o'clock. But it only applies to people that serve food.
That's correct.
It has to
That's
be, the food sales have to outweigh the alcohol sales.
Yeah, this doesn't mean the package stores.
The wine shop,
You can't start it out.
They would-
It only applies to restaurants, that's correct.
Actually, Skipper's and the Mexican restaurant.
Well, B&J isn't open, they would apply, that'd be about it. Skippers and the Mexican, you don't
As a point of reference, Savannah just did it.
That's what I want, I always
Lynn
like
County
to
did.
reference.
Lynn County did it,
Lynn
that's
County.
correct.
So the counties have done, what about our county? Have they done it or not?
I don't know that they have, they're still 12:30.
That's it, isn't it? That's what we're talking
I don't think they passed the resolution.
Okay.
about. All we're doing is allowing citizens to vote if
That's
they
right.
want it or not.
That's correct.
Okay, that's what I like. So we're not, just to clarify, we're not vote tonight and tell them they can go.
No, no,
no.
Put it in the hands
Put
of
it
the
in the hands of the voters.
Okay, want to make sure. Any more discussion?
But so you said the county did not bring this up? This
To
was
my
not
knowledge,
brought up?
To my knowledge, they don't.
It hadn't been done in county.
It's not been accurate.
It hadn't been done.
To my knowledge, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what time.
What restaurants are unincorporated with that effect? That's
Fish
what I'm
stocks,
trying to- Fish stocks.
Hunters,
Several.
They got a couple.
Southwest Station, were they
Yeah.
up or something?
No.
Are they?
Yeah, yes, he's
I think he
on
is,
site.
yeah,
Yes.
except about 3, 4 maybe.
I mean, it's just that we have, the city would be able to and not the county,
That's right.
is what we're saying.
That's correct.
That's what we're,
That's correct.
Be up to the voters.
well.
Any more discussion?
Put it on there.
Any more discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same. 3 to 1. Thank you. Next item. Consider contract for professional planning service between the Coastal Regional Commission of Georgia and the City of Darien, and we got a good update on that. Do I hear a motion?
Thank you.
Motion, Councilor Shaw. Do I hear a second?
I second it.
Second, Councilor Goodyear. Any discussions, comments? Discussion, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Carried, thank you. Next item, consider providing permission for Oaks on the River Corporation to perform construction on 14 George Drive and Franklin Street right-of-ways under the provision that both right-of-ways are repaired and refurbished to city specifications. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion, Councilor Goodyear. Do I hear a second? Do I hear a second?
I second.
Second by Councilman Skeen. Any discussions? Now, under this, main thing we're talking, I checked in on this one kind of a little bit in depth, but what we're saying, city manager, correct me if I'm wrong, city attorney, we let them use the highway, which they got the right to do that anyway, but if they mess it up, they fix it to
That's the short version. Yes, sir.
our likings, at their,
We'll repair it back to city code.
at their expense.
That is correct.
Okay. Any more discussions, comments?
I just want to comment, like what the mayor just did, because this is a major ticket item, the future of Darien, explaining a little bit about that. So I think that was major, and I commend you on that.
Any more discussions, comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Carried, thank you. Next item, review and approval, special use permit, Martin Luther King Jr. Parade. This is action tonight. Do I hear a motion?
I make that motion.
I have a motion by Councilman Skeen. Do I hear a second? Second, by Councilor Shaw. Any comments, discussions?
Yes, sir. They came last night, we discussed it, everything's fully in order. The question was raised as to whether or not they should pay the application fee or not. So that's a decision that y'all have to make. They're fully prepared to do so if they want to. If you don't want to do it, that's up to y'all.
Yeah. Well, like the discussion last night was talked about, it been waived before by the council last year, so that was still in motion, so they go forward with the same, waiving fee from last year.
Well, we'd have to vote on it every year.
Oh, is it every year? Okay, because I know they had.
The only question I have on this is,
Because of the things that they do in the community
Yes,
for
ma'am.
them and having the free breakfast on Saturdays and like that.
well, I don't have no problem with it. I just want to make sure I'm straight here on everything. Blessing of the Fleet and Fall Festival, was in it, were they waived?
Yes, did we do,
I haven't read a check for it.
you did with Fall Fest?
Okay, so we'll waive this here. I don't have a problem waiving it. I think we need to refund the
Oh, yeah, I have to check right now.
Yeah.
I have to check all their paperwork's in order. There was a good presentation last night. Whatever y'all want to do.
That's what I say, I don't have a problem waiving it all, fairness and everything and all of them. We wavered, you say we wavered the Blessing of the Fleet Parade? Which actually didn't have the parade, so that's what they want a permit for, right? Waiver? Okay, so it would just go with the Blessing of the Fleet Parade then, okay? We wavered that one and, I mean, it's up to the majority here, but,
I would say, Mr. Mayor, and I always like to look at other cities and what it does for the city. You probably have 3